Have you ever felt like the English you learn at schools, in courses, and in textbooks doesn't really match the English you hear in movies, TV series, and even when you travel and talk to people abroad? If you felt this, you're not entirely wrong because there is something called standard English and colloquial English. Standard English is, well, usually the type of English you learn at school, in courses, in more traditional learning environments. Textbooks are full of standard English. But what happens is we also have something called colloquial English. Colloquial English consists of words, phrases, and expressions that native speakers use every day for everyday communication. And they kind of sound a little bit strange if you've never learned them in context. So, in order for you to have a more well rounded type of knowledge when it comes to your English, you want to learn both. You want to learn the standard English, standard language, but also colloquial English. Both are important for different reasons. Okay. So, in today's episode, I want to give you here some colloquial expressions that will help you better understand this colloquial type of language that native speakers use in everyday conversations, in movies and TV series. All right. So you're going to be doing some practice with me today as well. We're going to go over these expressions. Make sure you listen to me and repeat. And there's also a few dialogues that we can try at the end of the episode. So let's get started. Hey there, how's it going? Thiago here, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. In case you are listening to me for the first time, I created this podcast and YouTube channel to help intermediate and advanced learners of English communicate with more confidence, more accuracy, more clarity, and more awareness. If this sounds like something you want for yourself and your English, subscribe to the channel here on YouTube and follow the show if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. That way, you're not going to miss a single new episode. So, let's start here with a few expressions that are colloquial and that can be used for greetings and farewells. Remember that greeting means hello. When you greet someone, you say hello, and farewell means goodbye. So basically, these are some colloquial expressions you can use to say hello and to say goodbye. So here's the first one. Make sure you listen and repeat after me, okay? What's up? What's up? How's it hanging? How's it hanging? Notice the pronunciation here, the connected speech, right? How's it? How's it? How's it hanging? How's it hanging? How's it hanging? How's it hanging? What's shaking? What's shaking? See you later. See you later. Notice that we can reduce you to ya. So see you becomes see ya. See ya. See you later. See you later. See you later. See you later. Catch you later. Catch you later. Take it easy. Take it easy. I'm off. I'm off. Peace out. Peace out. All right. So most of these are informal ways of saying hello and saying goodbye. Okay. Now let's move on to everyday chit chat. By the way, chit chat is small talk. Basically, that's what it means. It's conversation that doesn't really serve any specific purpose, but maybe it simply serves the purpose of social interaction. Chit chat is the type of conversation you have in the elevator, when you are in line waiting for something. You have those 3, 5 minutes, and then you start chit chatting with the person next to you. It's nothing really important. Maybe you talk about the weather, you talk about the latest soccer match, that kind of stuff, you know? So let's practice some of these. What's going on? What's going on? Spill the beans. Spill the beans. Get the lowdown. Get the lowdown. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. hanging out, hanging out, grabbing a bite, grabbing a bite. Notice that I'm not really saying bite. Yeah, you can say bite here. You can say grabbing a bite, but I'm pronouncing the T kind of like a stop consonant. So I just say bite, 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 grabbing a bite, grabbing a bite. All right. Hit me up later. Hit me up later. Give me a ring. Give me a ring. Notice that the connected speech here is interesting, right? I don't say give me a ring. Instead of give me, I say gimme, gimme, give me a ring, give me a ring. Keep me posted. Keep me posted. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, for example, grabbing a bite is a great expression you can use in everyday conversation. Imagine you meet a friend and then say, hey, I'm kind of hungry. Do you want to grab a bite? Yeah, yeah, sure. Let's go grab a bite. Or you are at work having a snack, it's your lunch break. And then your friend, your colleague, your coworker stops by and says, hey, how's it hanging? Or what's going on? And then you can say, oh, nothing much, just grabbing a bite. All right. Hit me up later. That's a great expression. Instead of contact me later or even send me a message later, you can just say, hey, hit me up later and we'll talk. All right. Keep me posted is a very common expression. It means keep me updated. So for work purposes, for example, it's great for you to use every day at work. You can end your emails or messages like that. Okay, keep me posted. Talk soon. Or at the end of a meeting, okay, I gotta go now, but keep me posted. All right. It means keep me updated. All right. Let's go over now some expressions here to express agreement and disagreement. Again, listen and repeat after me. As you repeat, try to copy the tone as well, the feeling that you want to communicate here. All right. So, totally, absolutely, you're spot on. I couldn't agree more. Tell me about it. Not a chance. No way. I beg to differ. That's a load of rubbish. I'm not buying it. So, for example, if you agree with someone, you don't have to say, I agree with you. You can just say, absolutely, totally. You see? Um, tell me about it is an interesting one as well. Tell me about it. When you say in a conversation, tell me about it, you're not asking the person to tell you anything, okay? You are just agreeing with what the person is saying, and you want to communicate that you understand completely the situation. Imagine your friend says something like, oh man, this test is really hard. And then you want to sympathize and agree. So you can say, tell me about it. You see? Or, man, that movie was incredible. And then you can say, tell me about it. I loved it. You see? So it's an expression that is used to say, yeah, I understand what you mean. I agree with what you're saying. You see? I beg to differ is a great one. It's a very polite way to disagree. So maybe at work, if you're talking to maybe your supervisor, your boss, it's a good one to use. I beg to differ because blah, 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 blah. You see? It's a polite way to say that you disagree. All right. On the other hand, if you say that's a load of rubbish, it means that's nonsense. What you're saying doesn't make any sense. And this is really, really informal. So you might not want to use that one with your boss, for example, like, hey, that's a load of rubbish. Yeah. It's better to say, I beg to differ. Better to say that one. Or even, I'm not sure. All right. I'm not buying it. It's a great expression as well. I'm not buying it. It means I don't believe it. Okay. This is not about buying something with money. It's about not believing an idea, not believing a plan. Okay. So I'm not buying it. Like, no, I don't believe that. Okay? We also have here some expressions to express surprise or disbelief. So again, listen and repeat. Try to copy the tone, okay? Emotion is very important. You're kidding. You're kidding. No way. No way. Seriously? Seriously? Get out. Get out. Wow. That's crazy. I can't believe it. So, guys, the tone is very important because, for example, we just saw before that no way can be used to express disagreement. And now we are also seeing that it can be used to express surprise or disbelief. So the tone will dictate which one you're using and how the person will understand it. If you say, no way, no way, you see, I'm saying no, I disagree. But if you say, no way, you see, I'm surprised. Get out is very similar because, if you say get out, like get out, you are actually telling the person to leave the room. But here, you can also use get out to express surprise, but then the tone needs to match that. So you could say, get out. Really? Wow, get out. You see? Or you could even use it sarcastically, like you don't believe it, like, get out. Really? You got that? Get out. You see, so the tone is as important as the words that you use. Okay, so it's not just about the words, it's also about the tone and the emotion you are conveying in your communication. Okay, we also have here some to express annoyance and frustration. So let's practice. Come on. That's a pain. Ah, that's a pain. What a hassle. What a hassle. A hassle is something cumbersome. I don't know. Think about the idea of going to the bank physically nowadays to pay a bill. That's a hassle, isn't it? It's not practical at all. You see, so that's a hassle. I'm fed up with this. I'm fed up with this. It means I'm tired of this. I can't stand it anymore. I'm fed up with this. Okay. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. What's interesting here is that you are using the verb drive, but not to talk about driving a car. It's just that a situation or even someone drives you crazy or makes you annoyed, irritated. You see? It's driving me crazy. Don't get me started. Usually you say that one with that tone of, don't get me started. Don't get me started. It means I don't want to talk about it because if I do talk about it, I'm going to have a lot of things to say about that. And now it's just not the time to talk about it. That's kind of the idea. It's like, oh my God, don't get me started. Okay. Here are some examples of expressions to make requests or offers. So let's practice. Fancia. So fancia means would you like a, let's say coffee, for example. Fancy a coffee? Fancy a beer? In other words, would you like a beer? Would you like some coffee? I'm up for it. I'm up for it. I'm game. I'm game. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Go for it. Go for it. Help yourself. Help yourself. So, for example, if somebody invites you to do something, maybe your friend invites you to go to the theater, the movies, you can say, yeah, I'm up for it. Or you can also say, I'm game. Hey, would you like to come over to my house on Saturday for barbecue? Oh, yeah, I'm game. You see? Like, I want to do it. Or give it a shot. It means try it. Here, Give it a shot. Try it, whatever it is. Go for it. When you say to a friend, go for it, you are encouraging the person, you know? Come on, man, go for it. For example, imagine your friend tells you something like, I'm not sure if I should take the job or not. The money is good, but I don't know. And then if you want to encourage your friend, you can say, come on, go for it. What do you have to lose? Go for it. All right. Help yourself is a great phrase as well, very colloquial. Yeah. Imagine some friends come over for dinner and then you want to offer them some food. You can say, hey, here, help yourself. It means take it, take what you want. All right. Finally, we have here some other useful expressions. Repeat after me. To be honest, to be honest. By the way, by the way. So, so basically, basically, all right. Okay, so now you and I are going to practice some mini dialogues here about different situations using some of these phrases. Okay, so I'm going to be person A and you're going to be person B. Okay, so just look at the screen here and make sure you just read out loud what person B says. I'm going to give you a few seconds for you to do it, but if it's necessary, you can also pause the video. Okay, so let's get started. The first situation is catching up with a friend. What's up? Long time no see. Not much, just chilling. What about you? I'm up for it. Hit me up later and we'll figure it out. All right? Very good. Now, the second situation is making plans. So let me get started here. Hey, you game for going to that concert on Friday? 8 o'clock. Will do. See you later. Very nice. And now we have number three, expressing disagreement. Check it out. I think we should take the train. It's faster. Yeah, but the train is way more comfortable. Very good. Now, number four, we have talking about a problem. I'm fed up with this computer. It's driving me crazy. It keeps crashing. I've tried everything. Seriously? Of course. Very nice. Now, number five, giving encouragement. I'm thinking about trying out for the team, but I'm nervous. I don't know. Very nice. Now, number six, casual conversation. So, what have you been up to lately? Same here. By the way, did you hear about. Nice. Number seven, expressing surprise. Guess what? I won the lottery. I can't believe it myself. Nice. And now offering help. Number eight, I'm off to the library. That would be great. Thanks. And finally, number nine, saying goodbye. Well, I'm off. Gotta run. Peace out. Very nice. So these are some examples of how you can use these expressions here in everyday conversation. I overuse some of these in some dialogues just for the sake of practice, but remember that using one here, two there is going to make you sound more natural and more colloquial when you speak English, when you're traveling, and with other people. Okay? And now for the Learner's Corner, I have here an email to read to you guys. Check it out. Hello, Thiago. I'm Jidu Thomas from South Sudan, but currently in Rwanda right now. Sorry if I am mispronouncing your name, okay? I want to express my sincere gratitude to you for creating such an informative and engaging podcast. Your episodes have not only expanded my knowledge, but also provided me with the motivation and encouragement I needed to pursue my careers and goals. I have been following you for a while now, and I am consistently impressed by the quality of your work and content and your ability to deliver information in a timely manner and clearly. Your words have deeply resonated with me, and I'm grateful for the positive impact you have had on my journey. Stay blessed and give us more. Best regards, G. Do Thomas. Thank you so much for the wonderful email, for the support. I'm glad to know that you have been following the channel here, the podcast for a while, and that the content here, the podcast, has resonated with you. And I just want to say thank you for being an ongoing supporter of my work and keep learning, keep practicing. All right. Guys, if you want to do it just like G. Do Thomas, you can send me an email at hello.teacherchiago@gmail.com. Or you can also send me an audio message by going to speakpipe.com/English with Thiago. I hope you enjoyed today's topic. I hope you have some more speaking practice there with these colloquial expressions. And hopefully now you can better understand the difference between standard English and colloquial English. Remember, both are important. Okay, there isn't one more important than the other. All right, so what you learn in schools, in course books, and in classes also matters and it's also used. Just don't forget that. But of course, working on developing your colloquial knowledge of English more will help you better understand native speakers, better talk to them when you travel, and make you sound more natural. Okay? And of course, don't forget to check out my pronunciation course, The Sounds of English. This course teaches you the main sounds of the English language, so it really helps you improve your English pronunciation. And also, you'll learn the main connected speech patterns that native speakers use. That's going to help you understand fast English. And also, if you can speak with connected speech, it's going to help you speak with more flow and more clarity. Okay? Also, consider becoming a member of my private community. By being a member, you get to interact with me and other members on a regular basis. You get to join live calls to practice your conversation skills and access exclusive content. So the link to the pronunciation course and the private community, the links can be found here in the description of the video, the pinned comment below, or in the show notes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me a comment here telling me what you thought about today's episode. Share this video with a friend who needs to practice their spoken English and learn more about colloquial expressions. And thank you so much for your attention. I'm Thiago, I'm signing off, and I'll be talking to you very soon in the upcoming episode. Bye-bye.